Good morning. I'm Donna from the Bartram Trail Branch Library, and I'm here today with Kasha Fahy. She is a local artist, and she also has done workshops and video classes for the library system. I wanted to talk to her about her career in art. Good morning, Kasha.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I wanted to talk to you today. You're the sixth of six artists that I've interviewed this year, and I've really enjoyed doing this series because I've met so many cool people and seen so much beautiful art. And I wanted to ask you when you knew that art was your thing.
So when I was younger, I was in middle school. I actually wanted to be this famous soccer player, but I fractured my pelvic bone. So while I was out, I stayed home for a few weeks and I was sent home all my art projects from basically like my recreational class. And I loved it. I was doing it to the point where I was falling asleep on my work because I was just doing it nonstop. When I went to high school, I took art classes whenever I could. I was a part of our small art association, and I had Flagler College come to my school, and they had an art program as well as a Bachelor's of Arts program. And I went to the school and I fell in love with the history and the culture. I think it was my senior year that I really recognized this is my calling. I think that I'm good at only a few things, and it's connecting with people, making people feel at home and at ease with themselves, and creating pieces of art. So for me, this was my purpose, and I was fortunate enough to get to find it early. And as I've progressed and I've grown, because I'm approaching 30 in February.
Oh my.
I really recognized how much art plays into so many different things and how it creates fulfillment in many different ways, both in personal lives and recreational use, as well as corporate. So for me, I feel very fortunate to have known early, but just have continued to expand and grow in my skill sets.
I love seeing your passion. It is so fulfilling for me to see passion in young people who know what they want to do. So what is your favorite medium to work in art? Because I can see from the photographs that we'll share at the end of this program that you've worked in many mediums.
I think my natural calling is in watercolor. I really appreciate getting to use different types of paintbrushes and use different colors and really kind of fine tune of creating something that I'm looking at and having it be exact. It's sort of this preciseness that you aim for, that you fall in love with, and it's this little eureka moment. But in addition to that, I do love black and white pencil drawings. To me, they're so beautiful and detailed and ornate that you can do these little different types of strokes or hash marks. And when you're looking at it from far away, it forms this beautiful piece, but up close, it kind of takes on its own form. So I really love watercolor and drawing, but I think what's also something that you see from my examples of work is I'm not someone who is intimidated or not wanting to try new things. That's so important, I think, to grow as an artist, is to continue to evolve your skill sets. And that's actually how I also developed into graphic design. I had never known what that was until my sophomore year of college. So I chose to double major halfway through. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I was able to learn to incorporate bringing fine art capabilities and placing them on the computer. So it was this whole other realm of possibility. So for me, art and design is really about transforming and blending the two worlds together. And I had a professor, she was Brazilian, who really inspired me to take the course. And then in addition to that, I had a mentor in college she was my teacher. She became my academic advisor. And now as a graduate, she is one of my closest friends. who's really supported me on my journey. And along the way, she inspired me to want to teach. And her name's Laura Mangiovi, because she wants to give back. And that made me realize I want to give back as well, which has incorporated me doing the classes with the library. So it's this beautiful cycle of engaging with everyone in the community and sharing your talents and helping people recognize their talents as well. So in addition to that, my mom has always been a support, and so has my family, but my mom's been my biggest champion to getting me where I am today and allowing me to have classes when I was young and fulfilling me and encouraging me and attending any kind of shows and cheering me on. So I feel really grateful to have met such beautiful women in my life that have inspired me to pursue my passion and to make something of it.
I think women lifting up women is the future. And I think it's a really important thing to do. I've mentored a few people in my life in different ways, and you'll pay it forward when you meet the people that you'll mentor in the future and help them grow and evolve the same way that you have grown and evolved as an artist. What was the most pivotal time for you when you knew that choosing art was right for you?
I think when I was graduating, what you do is you enter into a BFA program and you had to apply. And I was very excited to be accepted. You submit work that's reviewed by a panel at Flagler College. So that first step of getting in was this Eureka moment for me. But then actually when we're taking the classes, and I designed and developed 3 6-foot-long scientific illustrations, which you guys will see in our panels of images. I partnered up, we had a marine biology program starting at Flagler College. It was the first graduates that had ever happened the year that we developed the program. And it was the fine art and science, marine biology or science program starting to develop together. So I worked in tandem with 2 different teachers. And that is what we incorporated to be able to be for my BFA. And I was very honored to be interviewed by the school. And when you do your BFA portfolio show, it's open to the community and you speak about your artist statement and what inspired you to do the work. And I think for me at that moment, seeing so many people really appreciate the work that you do and seeing the impact that it made, not just for me, but for the school, and how that really opened the eyes to basically interdependent studies or collaboration between different departments. It was this moment where I'm on the path for my own greatness. And then I think I've had small victories along the way, from my first job, getting to design trade show booths, from designing and learning collateral to then learning the marketing aspects. So you can take art and transform it that way. But in addition, doing these teaching in the classes through the library system, where you have people come in who have experience, or this is their first time teaching, and they're choosing to give their time to you. And it's these little victories that keep happening along the way. So I think I've had pivotal moments, but at times life can be, you get caught up and you wonder, is this the right path? Did I choose the right path? But then you interact with these moments and it sets you back. It puts you back on, this is what I was meant to do. It eliminates the self-doubt, because I think as we get older, that can be common. You wonder, did I make the right choices? But every time you have these types of interactions, and it fills you up with this light that then you can go be the light for others, you recognize this was the right choice.
I have had the privilege of being here at the branch after one of your classes and having the ladies and gentlemen that take your class come out and they show you what they've done, and they're so proud. And you have such a wonderful technique with people that even the people that are kind of intimidated when they walk in the room, by the time they leave the room after you've worked with them, they have a confidence that they didn't have before. And it's a gift, and it's a gift that was given to you. And it's so good to see you making such good use for it, because while it seems like a small thing, every life that we touch and uplift is really kind of a gift to the universe. And everybody needs those moments of feeling like, oh, I did something really cool. Look at this, you know? So I just really want to thank you for that, because again, when you come in and you set up, we can feel your happiness for being here and your joy, and you're a delight to work with.
I really appreciated the honor to get to teach the lessons, and I'm just so grateful that it's something that kind of transformed and unfolded, where it was a couple of classes to now I'm getting to do it at different libraries. And it's really beautiful to kind of see how that unfolded from, you know, the last 5 or 6 years. It's something that I'm just really, really grateful for. And it's an honor. It's an honor. It's an honor to get to interact with anyone. And again, that they give you your time. So thank you so much for that compliment. It's something that at the end of the day, I can go to bed with and know that what I'm trying to give is reaching.
So here's the final question that I ask each of my guests, and that's if you had to have a discussion with the teenage you, what would be the piece of advice that you would have given yourself that would have made the whole journey a little bit easier?
You don't have to be liked by everybody, and stay true to yourself. I look back at myself and I knew that I had talent, but I questioned myself. And I think I would look back and say there's nothing to question. You're where you're supposed to be. Everything that you're incorporating into your life, the things that you're reaching, the things that you're getting to experience, they're for you. So I would ask myself, and to be kind to myself, to be kind and not so hard, because it's a beautiful place and I'm getting to experience so many beautiful things, and you're going to get to do those things, and just to believe in myself that way.
Well, I want to thank you today for your time. I always enjoy speaking with someone like you, and I want to ask you if you have any last words.
All I can say is I think for anyone that's interested in the arts, not to give up. I think that you don't ever have to have a background or a school degree. You can get up every day, get a few materials that you have around your house. You don't have to have the fanciest or the most expensive, and just do it. And you can do a little bit of something every day and you'll grow and learn from it. I do not think having to travel around the world is what gives fulfillment for some people. If we get the experience to get to do those things, that is incredible and uplifting, and we should value and treasure those things. But the reality is we all have our own and different types of footsteps. So getting to experience something and to learn a craft, which you can do from your own home, that's wonderful. And if you have a talent and you have a gift and then you believe in yourself, do it. Do it no matter what anyone else says or what anyone else thinks, because you're on your journey and you're on your path. And it's not supposed to be the same as the person next to you or in front of you or behind you. So that's what I would ask of anyone. And art is more than just drawing and painting. It's drama. It's what we see. It's music. It's writing. It's literature. So all I ask is think with your head, but love with your heart.
Well, that's beautiful, Kasha. Thank you. Thank you for your time today. And I hope to see you in the real world soon.
I do too. Thank you again. This was such a pleasure. If you would like, share a comment. We would really appreciate it. If you have a workshop with me, don't forget to say hi.
Thanks, Kasha. We'll see you real soon. Bye.
Bye.